Prologue, the Trinitarian Covenant. God has always existed. He is the artist who has always been. We then are the characters who came from his imagination. All that can and cannot be seen came from him. He has always been, but all else has its starting point and purpose from his great mind. What may be the most helpful way of understanding the nature of reality is to think of it as the great story crafted by God, a drama or a book written by him. This story that God has written, however, is not like our own creations. When we write a tale, it must stay in the realm of imagination. The universe and people that we craft are bound between the front and back covers of a book and sewn into its spine. The medium is ink and paper. The events and characters, though brought to life in the reader's imagination, are not made truly alive. God, however, is the greater artist. He wrote his story with the medium of reality. His characters are us. His pages are history. Describing it this way, of course, is to use inaccurate tools of explanation, but it is perhaps the best method available to us when trying to describe the infinite from a place of finiteness. All this is to say that he is sovereign, and this story of history currently being played out should strictly be accredited to him. While our perception of it all is limited and therefore imperfect, it is nevertheless laid out perfectly in God's revelation given to us. This is known as the Holy Bible. It is the truth about God, man, and history that we need to know. It is from God and is therefore completely accurate and trustworthy. It does not give us every detail of history, but does give us the beginning, middle, and end of the story of this creation. Furthermore, even though each and every individual person is an important character, each with tragedies, victories, and losses deserving of a telling, the main character, the hero of this story, is God himself. He is not a removed author, but this is in fact a story about God, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. This story is character-driven, shaped by the grand hero of it. Because of that, history, this tale in which you are a key character, is an adventure story, a romance, an epic with many fantastic things like kings, dragons, giants, slaves, brides, sacrifice, treasure, glory, and honor. It hits every storytelling beat with deeply sad valleys and the most amazing swells. And best of all, it has the happiest of endings. This is all because it is from the nature of God himself, the author and the hero. Some have summed up the Bible this way: kill the dragon, get the girl. Ultimately, it is the story of Jesus, that is God, defeating Satan, that is the dragon, and rescuing his bride, humanity. This was agreed upon within the Holy Trinity before the story was ever begun. The great adventure of how this victory would take place was determined between the three persons of the one God, as was the great cost that it would take and the reward that would be received. This is the prologue to the greatest story ever told. Keep following along for some of the key moments in this awesome narrative, but treat this only as a summary that cannot compare to reading God's holy word, the Bible, for yourself. Also, you are not called only to read this tale, but to pick up your sword and take your place in it as well.